Rolly on my wrist. On my wrist though. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel and join our crew. I don't even know our name, but we gonna call y'all the crew right now. So do that. Today's video is very simple, straight to the point, you know what I mean? You know, school is starting. Well, for me, school starts on the 29th, but I move in on the 16th. And so, you know, that means every school is dealing with move-ins and first day and things like that. So why not give y'all the perfect videos of the do's and don'ts with college and what to expect and what not to expect, you know? So that's basically what this video is going to be today. So no further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to note here is about moving day, okay? Because obviously, if you're living on campus, you bring your stuff. Here join our crew. You don't really know what to pack when you're first year of college because you're like, do you bring everything? Do you don't? And me personally, last year, I brought literally everything. Like all my clothes, all my shoes. There wasn't one shoe left behind, okay? Like all my clothes. Yeah, I brought a lot of stuff. And my dorm wasn't that big. If you go watch my moving video from last year, it's gonna be one of these corners. Go click that, watch that. You saw my dorm room was not that big. So I had to like really adjust and low-key bring certain stuff home in the middle of the semester because it just was not working. So my advice is don't bring all your stuff. Like you don't need all your clothes. You're not even gonna wear all your clothes, honestly. Like honestly, the go-to fit is sweatpants and a hoodie. Like that's the main outfit you gonna wear all year. I promise you. You might want to pop out a couple times. Like that's the main outfit. I promise you, your go-tos are gonna be hoodies and sweatpants. So, I mean, me personally wouldn't bring all my clothes, but you do you, boo. Bruh. Like I don't really know, but yeah. So don't bring all your stuff because honestly, you're not gonna use all of it, and it's just gonna be sitting there collecting dust. Yeah. So this is about rooming with each other. When you're rooming with people, you may be rooming with people you know already, or you might be rooming with a stranger. Either one, make sure that y'all communicate. Okay. Now I'm not saying y'all gotta be buddy or all that stuff. None of that. Like I'm not saying that, but make sure y'all talk to each other because I think a big issue that most students have, most like college students have, when they have a problem with somebody in general or just have a problem with their roommates, they don't talk to each other, they talk to other people, and that creates drama. But we're not in the drama business. So if you have a problem with your roommate, talk to them. If you feel like something needs to be in your room, talk to them. Communication is key. If you feel like, okay, it's just key. Especially when you're living with someone new, you don't really know their patterns. You don't know how they do this or that. So it's always good to communicate because communication brings a lot out, okay? Solves a lot of problems. Number three would definitely be about classes. Okay. When you're in college, right? You pick your own schedule. You know what time your classes are. You could have a class at 9 a.m. What? You can have a class at 9 a.m. You can have a class at 8 a.m. You can have a class at 9 a.m. You can even have a class at 12 p.m. You can have a class at 9 a.m. Your times means you know when to get up, know when you should probably go to sleep so you get enough sleep. So right here, time management, okay? Because let me tell you from my experience, I would sometimes go to sleep 1 o'clock in the morning and have like 8:30 classes means I really need to get up at 6:45. But I would literally drag or I wouldn't go because I was exhausted and just didn't want to get up. And I don't advise that. So make sure you just have a great like schedule for you, a set schedule. So if you know the class is at 8, maybe go to sleep at 10, you know what I mean? So you get enough sleep because don't get me wrong, hanging out with friends, doing things like that at night, great, fun, but you also have to realize that you're at school to learn, get a degree, and get out, okay? So that means you gotta push your schoolwork first over any activity that is going on, you know what I mean? So that being said, just make sure you know, time management is a thing. There's nothing wrong hanging out with friends. There's nothing wrong doing fun things. You just gotta put it in a schedule that works for you. You know what I mean? That works for you. What the heck was that? Anyway, I advise of having a planner being organized in college is super important because your schedule is like changes a lot. You also have activities you can join, things like that. So being organized and having a planner or just something that will keep you in line works, you know. Me personally, I had a planner, didn't use it last year, but I'm definitely going to utilize that this year because I think when you have quizzes and tests and things like that, and they're like bundle up with other classes who have quizzes and tests on the same day or in the same week, you kind of like forget about it when you don't write it down or you don't have something that's organizing you, and then you're in a rush of trying to study or cram for a test that you have in the morning. And I don't advise that, okay? Don't cram, because I promise you it's not gonna work. So I advise getting a planner or something that's gonna keep you organized, like a calendar on your wall, something. Just something that's going to keep you organized, because I promise you, organization and planners and things like in that nature are going to be your best friend in college, because they just keep you aligned, make sure you got all your stuff in order and things like that. So yeah, for mostly my ladies, I mean, men probably deal with it too. But when it comes to college friends, right, especially your first year, don't expect none of them people to be your friends too. Bruh. I promise you don't. I probably still talk to 2 out of the people I met my freshman year. So like, yeah, like your friends are gonna change. It's like high school. Once freshman year, you probably met a whole bunch of people you don't talk to now. That's just how the world works. I feel like it's more intense in college. Not really, but like you meet a lot of people in college, especially if you go to a big school. You're gonna meet a lot of people, but that does not mean all those people are gonna be your people. So don't get your feelings hurt if you're not friends with certain people you thought you were gonna be friends with by the end of the year. It happens. Life goes on. But you'll be straight at the end of the day, you know? So don't put no pressure on it. Like, just have fun, be chill, be you, and you'll be fine. For sure. And this is mostly for the ladies because, you know, we like to wrestle and tussle. So it's not that deep. It's really not. So be chill. Dating in college, right? This is what I gotta say about this. Don't date your freshman year. Don't kill me. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Don't date your freshman year. And here's why. Especially at my school, because my school is small, everybody know everybody. Everybody know everybody's business. Just know, when you date your freshman year, I feel like it's low-key like you're in middle school low-key. Because you're like, oh my gosh, I got all these new options, da-da-da-da-da. But you got to think about the mind of how a man works. And at this age, they got a lot of options, all this stuff. And there's a thing called the freshman shuffle. Everybody date everybody, and that's gross. So I just don't advise it. Like, just be chill, be cool. Like, it's not that deep. Like, talk to people, but I wouldn't get on in a full-blown relationship my freshman year of college because nobody's serious. And then again, it's like, what are you gonna do? Y'all don't got no money. That's literally like, you can't even do nothing. It's not like y'all gonna get married. Now, shout out to all them high school sweethearts, college sweethearts, y'all cool. But like in general, that is very rare that somebody gets married outside of college, especially to somebody they make a freshman year. So I say don't date your freshman year, and also freshman year is low-key super important. That's how you, that's definitely your foundation. You heard my voice crack? That is your foundation of how your rest of your 3-4 years or however long you're doing school is gonna be. If you start the habits freshman year, you're gonna keep doing it senior, sophomore, junior year. You know what I mean? So don't let a relationship distract you, and because that person isn't going to school for you, you are. So, and it's just a whole lot of drama that don't need to be had. You know, especially in that transition from high school to college. So don't date, kids. I'm kidding, you can date, do what you want, but I advise, be chill, alright? This one is about, ooh, y'all see how my stuff is? Anyway, next one is about using the things that the schools offer you, whether that's tutoring, you know, mentoring somebody, or therapist, is that what it's called? I don't think so. Whatever it's called. Utilize those things, especially tutoring or just speaking to teachers, wherever y'all school got. Like, my school has this department that will literally find you a tutor for your class, or you could even be a tutor if you wanted to. But and those like things, use them, because classes do get hard, they get frustrating, and some teachers really don't know what they're doing.
Bruh.
And that's okay. That's because we have students who may know what they're doing, or tutors who know what they're doing. So definitely use those resources, because it will help you out in the long run. You won't be stressed trying to figure it out on yourself by yourself, and then, you know, feel like you're failing in life, when in all reality the whole class is failing in life because the teacher doesn't know what they're doing. Anyway, yeah, so use the resources definitely, because they will get you long in college. The next thing I would say is, if you guys are interested in like working, do a work study. That's what I call school calls it, but work on campus. Working on campus is actually very good, because it actually allows you to set your schedule for work around your school schedule. So no matter what, you'll still be making money somehow and still be able to keep up with your schoolwork and things in that matter. And it's just better to rely on than getting a job outside of campus, where you can control your schedule, but you can't control it the way you can control a school job. It's harder. It's doable, but harder. So I definitely advise getting a campus job instead. And yeah, like, they're a vibe. They're very chill. Especially at my school, they're very, very chill. And they're very understandable. Usually, most of the time, they're understandable. So do that and you'll be straight. Next thing I would say is, for any incoming freshmen to college, be outgoing. For someone like me, who is an introvert most of the time and don't really like talking to people, especially new people, I promise you the best thing I did was be outgoing and actually have conversations with people. In college, you build very genuine relationships with those, and those relationships that you build in college are probably long-lasting, lifetime relationships, rather than in high school or middle school or whatever. Like, those, they may last, but they may not. College, you definitely gain friends that are more life-lasting, like I said. And I don't know, college friends are fun, in my opinion. But none of that would have happened if I never like was outgoing or just like talk to people. Literally walk up to people and be like, we're friends now. Or don't. But I mean, yeah, like, just be outgoing. Don't, like, if you're like me and like to stay and chill, don't. It's not gonna get you anywhere, and you will literally have the boringest college experience staying, you know, in your room or your dorm all day, doing nothing, not talking to anyone. Go to events. Literally go to events. If you don't go to our video cut off because I ran out of storage. Love that. But like I was saying, make sure you're just active. Do activities. Make sure you get involved. When you are involved in college, you have a better experience. And yeah, that's just that. Definitely recommend joining clubs and sports and things of that matter. Also go to the games, the football games, the rallies, whatever you want to call them. Like, go to things. That is the number one thing, and probably my number one advice to do in college is just be active, put yourself out there, be a social butterfly or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, don't be boring. Don't be that person. Okay. College is overall a very, 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 very great experience, and it's really what you make of it. If you're gonna be boring and not do anything or not talk to anyone, I don't even advise living on campus if you would be like that, because what's the point? But college is what you make it. So I mean, that's all the advice I could really give you is, you know, be yourself, make sure you're active, understand that life is going to happen to you and it's okay. College is definitely a place where you're gonna grow and mature and become the person you always wanted to be. So development in yourself is where college is at. Okay, it's all about education too, but it's a lot about who you'll become in the future. So I definitely would keep all those things in mind. And yeah, but that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, I wish people would have told me this when I was going to college. Actually, some of the things I said, people did tell me and I didn't listen. So don't be like me. Listen, okay? My computer is a tweak. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I got content dropping real soon, so look out for that. But that is it. I will see y'all next time. Bye. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive.